Okay, so we're going to look at the division of whole numbers, and going off of the problem from the most recent skills assessment, we're going to divide 1,625 divided by 13. We can write this two other ways. We could write it as 1,625 divided by 13. Some people say 1,625 over 13. We can also write this as 1,625 divided by 13. So I actually like to say it to myself when I draw the line divided by. That's what this line means, divided by. How many times can 13 go into 1,625? And this line over here, we could also say that is divided by. So 1,625 divided by 13 is just a fraction. We're saying how many times can 13 go into 1,625? So one way to do this is by using a technique called long division, which we're going to practice here. So I'm going to make this nice and big. And 1625 divided by 13. And I asked myself, how many times can 13 go into 1? Well, 0, because 13's much, much bigger than 1. So then I look at the 1 and the 6 together. I say, how many times can 13 go into 16? And the answer there is 1. If I multiplied 13 times 2, I'd get 26, and 26 is bigger than 16. So 13 can only go into 16 one time. So I put the 1 right up here, and I subtract 13 from 16, leaving me with a 3. So the next part of this procedure is I bring down the 2, and now I have 32. And I ask myself the question, how many times does 13 go into 32? So if I look at 13, 13 times 1 equals 13. 13 times 2 is 26. 13 times 3 is 39. And sometimes writing these down or practicing these is a really great way to get more familiar with long division. So here we have 32. How many times does 13 go into 32? Well, I can see over here it goes into 32 2 times. So 2 times 13 is 26. 32 minus 26 is 6. I bring down the 5. And 13 times 5. If we don't know what that is, I don't have that memorized personally, so I'm going to just multiply it. 5 times 3 is 15. 5, I put the 1 over here. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So that's 65. So it looks like 13 goes into 65 exactly 5 times. So the answer to this problem, how many times does 13 go into 1,625, is 125. And if we said that a different way, what is 1,625 divided by 13? The answer is 125.